Greetings, Helsinki Challenge audience. My name is Michael Laakasua and I'm the team leader of Moralities of Intelligent Machines. I hope you like our video. Within the last decade, the horror images of killer robots have become closer to actual reality. During the summer of 2012, The Economist reported that robotics had developed so far that its moral implications could not be brushed aside. Self-driving cars are almost part of our everyday lives. We have service robots working in elderly homes, and autonomous warrior robots are held at bay only by a single policy decision that could be made at any point in time. However, the field that would study the moral psychology of robots has not even been born yet. As we speak, we are at a point in our history where we have very little information on how robots affect or will affect our well-being. Would we prefer to have robots that have higher ethical standards than we have ourselves? Who should take the responsibility when a robot malfunctions and accidentally kills someone? What should the autonomous vehicles do when they are in a situation where they need to make a choice between a head-on collision and driving over a pedestrian? Previous moral psychological research has no hypotheses on these issues, since it is based on the assumption that our moral cognition evolved in conditions where we have no robots in our environment. We thus need new ways of approaching these topics. We will focus on what kinds of preferences humans have for robot morality. We are going to run empirical studies in 4 phases. In the first phase, we'll use qualitative methods to investigate what people think about fatal mistakes done by robots. In the second phase, we'll use experimental methods and moral dilemmas to investigate how the phenomenon known as uncanny valley influences the perception of robot morality. Uncanny valley is an effect where people feel creeped out by robots who look and move almost like humans. In the third phase, we'll investigate how human intuition for punishment functions when we interact with malfunctioning or immoral robots. In the fourth phase, we will continue with another set of experiments that integrate the previous findings. Detailed description of the studies are available on request. Our findings will help our society on many different levels. We will gain more information on how we want the robots to function, and we will know more about how we humans would prefer robots to be programmed and administered through legislation. We will save ourselves from a lot of grief if we have legislation in place before things go wrong. The next thing that we need to do is prepare the stimulus materials and start collecting the data. For this, we would need to find talented students who would be willing to help us out in exchange for course credit. However, for stimulus material creation, we would also need people who are fluent in video editing and 3D modeling. Our team consists of the following people: Assistant Professor of Mental Health, Markus Jokela; Adjunct Professor of Social and Moral Philosophy, Mikko Salmela; Human Resources Expert and Psychology PhD student, Mariana Drosinou from Greece; Social Psychologist and a PhD student, Nils Köbis from Germany; Jussi Palomäki, Postdoctoral Researcher of Decision Making in Poker; Cognitive Scientist and a PhD student, Michael Laakasua. If you would like to be our collaborator, or you would like to contact us and have a discussion with us, please send your email to Michael Laakasua at michael.laakasua@helsinki.fi. Thank you for your attention.